I have a feeling this is going to be way too loud. I'm working with a few different bits and pieces here. My apologies. But yeah, I got a few extra things into my mix of Switch. And yeah, I was going to just do some multiplayer. And yeah, it's the 9 hours to the Mercedes-Benz end of season. That's why I was saying that if people wanted to join, they could. But I think to actually join, you would need to be in Elite Series, which is the one from the top. So I'm still... I didn't actually go into Master yet this season. It's just that the Rush season is way, way more popular. But I said I'd see if some people wanted to kind of jump in, join for a couple of races. I should really use a couple of what do you call it, token or tickets first, because I just logged on. Tonight was quite busy. 12 minutes left in that. 10 hours left in that. Alright, there's not much point in me actually using any tickets. I think I have that done. And yeah, all of these. And again, massive props to my club, because I think this is the 4th week in a row where we have our Shanghai complete on the actual club difficulty. Yeah, since these were set in 12 minutes, I'm just gonna jump into multiplayer, and then I come back in here in a bit and do some of these. I was thinking if I do really good tonight, I'm gonna give myself a reward of that some of those the Summer Speed Rush packs, just to star up one of those 3 cars, because they seem like a really awesome thing, and I'd love to see the actual drop rate of them. I would hope people have opened some of those if you're missing some of the cars. But yeah, I mentioned it. Yay, cool, Christopher. If you're playing as well, like I said, it's scrolling along the end, but yeah, I'm gonna just pop a thing in chat before each race, because there's latency and stuff between it. So if I was to say sign up now and click it, yeah, it obviously won't work, but the chat is instant. So if I type in chat of 10 seconds till next race, if you guys are in the Mercedes-Benz SLR thing at the same time, and you go to join as well, you will have a chance of ending up in the same race. Obviously, like I said, I'm in elite class at the minute, not the mastered one. So yeah, I understand that some people may be already in the next tier up. But if your name in chat, by the way, isn't the same as your name in game, give us a shout if you're gonna end up trying to join into races, because it's always fun to either race alongside people or try and knock down people. I guess if you've seen any of my videos, you'll know that I'm a very, very clean racer when it comes to online. I like winning, but yeah, not much in line of battling. But still, I'm not going to get too salty about it if people KD me in here. But yeah, I'm going to just throw a thing like that in chat. And like I said, when you guys see it, just count to 10 and jump in. The cars that are actually available for this are pretty not great. Also, my ability to count and talk at the same time for something else are also not great. But yeah, this season is fairly stingy with the rewards, so that's why I hadn't kind of gone in for this one too much. But I said that since it throw up a stream for the end of the season and see if you want to jump in. Hey, bike race, hi guy. We were playing this the last time I was doing a live stream. I didn't do one last week. I got completely tied up in family matters. People who do not believe in still the ability to save a game if it's something that needs to be done at a certain time. But yeah, I see some crazy times people are doing in the unlimited season, that Rush one. That is so not appealing to me. I don't understand the appeal of that season whatsoever. I think like I said, I don't get it. I was in a few races that had nothing but people using the DSE 10s, and looks to be using like touch drive, but they're at my apologies if that was anyone. I did not intentionally do that. But yeah, like the seeing a series where the DSE tense is king is pretty depressing. Because there are people that have that at like, yeah, into the kind of 6k and above rating that I've seen in races, and really it just blows my mind how many races they have to throw that car into. Someone mentioned that there was a bot that players were using that just pressed A because the DSE, like the DSE tense, I think it cools down like is it 2 or 5 minutes. But yeah, that is 2 laps. At least if this is 2 laps, there must be some decent rewards for it. So come back here, guys, and first. I should be able to tear up to like the top rating fairly fast, hopefully, just in case anyone is in that and isn't able to join. But I think like it will mix in people from the 2 top ratings. So unless you're in the lower one, yeah, you should be able to jump into a game if you, like I said, when you see that message in chat, just wait a few seconds and yeah, wait 10 seconds and then click A on the play button on the car. Oh man, 316 with bad MS. Do I dare go near him? Or do I just hang back? Take a happy second? I'm gonna risk it. Oh no. Or I drive through dirt. Usually if people are like having bad MS and stuff, I do just try and stay away from them because yeah, it is just too risky sometimes. Still though, it's nice to steal a win at the very end. Oh my god. 40k rating is like, their Switch has to be just on 24/7 just pressing A. Like, I put that in the a video of that before, by the way, if you haven't seen it, like why those DSE tenses are so powerful. It's because of the fact that if you just put the car into an imperfect nitro, it just goes in imperfect nitro for the entire race. And those things are dangerous. Like if you go near one of those and it's in that imperfect nitro state, it'll knock you down. Because that orange state's really strong for like an attacking the other players. And it's just completely bugged. But yeah, all you'd need to do is just pretty much like if you had a controller that just automatically pressed A to join races and the boost button, like yeah, you would just pretty much have a car that just continuously signs up for those things and yeah, will dominate. That's kind of crazy. But like I love multiplayer seasons where you can lose rank. I don't get it. Like if you can't lose rank, it's not like a competitive thing. Like yeah, I don't know, it's just like trying to like argue that a few times with people in the club and they're just like, but our score is higher, so it's cool. And it's like, yeah, it's higher, but you can't lose rank. Like you can only ever win. Well, okay, you can lose 1 rank, but that one you need to be touch driving for, I'm pretty sure. And I've done it, but still. Uh on a controller pro or Joy-Cons? There's a couple of videos and stuff on how to fix that, depending on what it is. There's like one that uses a contact cleaner that you can just spray into the controller. Like, because this is just, there's a rubber seal right underneath the stick. Like, if you can actually kind of get at it, you can fix those quite a bit at a time. Oh, inside in that the clip thingy. This guy, the wonky dog. Yeah, I actually used that a fair few times because I kind of enjoyed the shape of it. Like it's nice and compact. I have to say I like fell in love with the Switch completely. It was I'm trying to remember what your name was in game. Bike race high guy. But I do know that if I saw it, I would recognize it, and I know it's not any of these ones. I don't believe you were called Booty Daddy the last time I seen. I do love this season's thing though with the 10 seconds at the start of a race. Oh, do you mean you have the Switch Mini? Oh yeah, AC, yeah. You're the one that clipped me and gated me when I didn't know your name, and I was like, yeah. Not going to swear on the stream, but yeah, I remember. We raced you in Cairo, and you demolished me. He doesn't get salty, but he doesn't forget. But yeah, if they're attached to the Switch, I'm not sure. Like, I work as IT support, so I have fixed loads of like the regular Joy-Cons, but I haven't even touched. Well, one of my friends actually had the Switch Mini for a bit, but I didn't like see its innards. But I'd imagine it probably uses the same control sticks exactly. I need to be grateful for the person who blasted that other guy out of the way. No worries, man. I was just taking the mic. I have a fairly decent odd memory with stuff like that. I'm what they call a plastic paddy. For an Irish person, I don't drink. So, like, yeah, I have a really good memory. Ooh, that guy seems to be getting latency. I think, is he getting DC'd? Or am I getting DC'd? If that was just him, that's fine. If that was me, I'm really annoyed. But yeah, he looked like he definitely got hit with some really bad lag. Like, that's why sometimes you see it where racers will get, like, where they fall way, way back suddenly, but then they spring back towards the end and they, like, drive at impossibly fast speeds. That is just the fact of they're lagging and not communicating with the server for so long that their car seems to drop away. But then, like, their car will say, hey, wait, I'm actually in first. Oh, he'll still come second. Apologies to Mr. Rapid. I just landed on his right in the bonnet. That was my the intention was to jump over him. At least the Acura is pretty heavy car, but yeah, he did come second anyway. And sorry if that was somebody in chat. That's 2 races now where I've stolen at the very end as well. Also, I'm up to level 91. Which is crazy. I did not imagine that I would be playing this game for quite as much as I did, but really enjoying it. I even wanted to like make a review of Grid Autosport because that's such a good game, and I went to try and play it for a while and I was just like, man, I'm going back to play Asphalt. But Grid's really good. I've seen there's some other there's a bunch of other driving games on sale for the Switch as well recently. Wow, I get my 5,000 360 support. But yeah, the WRC games are on sale on the eShop. Can I just say really, really strongly advise against those? The WRC and V Rally 3, terrible ports. Yeah, that's why when I'm even streaming this now, I just use it like that with the wire connected to it. As much as like it's not that comfortable, I intend to get like all the way up into the top 1K. And yeah, I really, really can't stand that getting disconnected. I gotta just check something, by the way. I gotta sneeze. But this is gonna be down on hay fever, not other such things. Have you noticed, by the way, alright, there's 7 people in chat, but have you actually taken note of how bad the censorship is in Asphalt at the moment? The words that are censored? One of the things we were laughing, a couple of days ago, their filter was kind of broken, but the word talking had the middle of it censored out of it. Like it was T star 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 NG. I was like, that has to be some sort of irony when the word talking itself is censored. Oh, there must be like some damage in the rail. If your switch is under 2 well, depends on where you live, but you might just get in contact with Nintendo and ask them, can they do anything about it? Because they've been pretty decent about the Joy-Con problems. Like there was a class action lawsuit that was raised up against them. They were being threatened with, at least anyway. So they've been kind of good in a lot of regions, here especially in Europe. I don't recognize any of those, but like I said, guys, if you're in chat and jumping into races, do just give a shout, because yeah, I see just the names on YouTube itself, but obviously, like, if you name something different in game, I will try to avoid KDing anyone. Well, I try to avoid KDing everyone, but I'll see if we can help out each other if we're in the same races. As it rains cars. Like, that's the thing, is like, I love the PvE side of this game, which is these tracks with AI that just drive like zombies, and then I come into multiplayer and yeah, it's insane, but it's great. Like, you just have to learn kind of what to avoid, and yeah, people 316 are using imperfect nitro. It's just like, that's angry driving. I'm not gonna have not gonna take 6 though. No. I had good timing with the perfect run. That thing is really weird. It's so, like, perfect run is listed on the Asphalt wiki as filling up every 30 seconds. Oh, you absolute, like, I got a piece away and then he landed on me. Note to self, car junkie gets it. Oh, there's a second lap in this, so we might actually get it. But yeah, perfect run is listed as being every 30 seconds your car refuels like 25% of its nitro, but it so doesn't, because it's about every 22 to 24 seconds or so. I just can't remember. It was definitely car junkie. The Acura has got some really, really nice stuff. Oh, and he took out somebody else. Definitely not going to feel bad about this if I get a chance. Here, car junkie. Like, one thing I will say, if you're playing multiplayer in this, is don't ever crash or wreck trying to get revenge on somebody. Like, if it's easier to just ignore them, then go for that. But at the same time, you know, it's nice to give somebody a receipt if they annoy you. The last time he was taking this corkscrew up here, by the way, he lost a load of times though. Oh, yeah, he's taking it poorly. What? So am I. I'll get you next time, car junkie. 713. Oh, that hoary split pad. They... Oh wait, they're not even on mine. They're over that side of the room. There was... I got a thing the last day that was so fast, instant karma. I've never seen it happen before, but the game respawned me pretty much on top of a person that, like, had just knocked me down. And, like, it was instantaneous karma. I genuinely, like, I've never seen it so fast before. 1 second, I will see if I see. Also, there's new games out for the Super Nintendo and NES systems, if you haven't spotted those. No, it wasn't that one, because that one was just me trying to see what the thing happened. Oh yeah, it was that. I've never seen like me get respawned. I'm almost sure it was this, but I've never seen like getting respawned in such a perfect position to get instant karma back on somebody. If this is the race, I'm nearly positive it was. But yeah, it was from the limited series. But like, the game is just so unfair. Yeah, 3961 knocked me down. I immediately respawned next to him. Like, that is just completely like the game being nightmarishly bad. Like, it respawned me next to him with so much nitro that I could instantly kill him. And yeah, Donkey Kong Country is amazing. But yeah, it is. Like, if you watch literally how fast I respawn on top of him, like, this is the game just being karma at its very finest. Like, yeah, just knocks down, instant revenge. Like, the game should always do that, really. Just put you inside the other guy. Donkey Kong Country is awesome, and I love having those the Switch, like the Super Nintendo games as handhelds. Because yeah, I loved the Super Nintendo as a kid, but having things like Yoshi's Island, if you haven't played it, or Super Metroid, like Yoshi's Island is probably one of my favorite like platformers of all times. Mostly just because of the fact that it's a Mario game where you don't have to hold the run button and stuff all the time as well. Like, all you have to do in that game is press right and Yoshi runs. There's no hold it, which you have to do pretty much if you want to play the most other Mario games, except for the 3D ones. Whoops, I clicked on the wrong window. Hello, Keda Flex, which I'm guessing is Crash, possibly. Just because of that greeting. And yeah, sorry, there's a latency thing between chat and when I see it and when it appears and then when it comes back to the thing. You're 30, you are young. Oh yeah, because RAR 89. I should, yeah, I could have got that. But yeah, I'm gonna show the, oh, that. Ah, and snail on wheels. I tend to only ever upgrade cars when I need to, and the Acura is really good, and I'm really stingy with upgrading stuff. Just because, like, we have a couple of people in our club who upgrade. Okay, if this is VCX Hits 59, if you're in chat, this is a one-on-one, and I really don't want to lose this race because you have a very undertuned car compared to mine. Oh, this is going to be like 2 laps of just, like, yeah, either I get KD'd at the start or else I'm going to have a really lonely race. Like, watch out for it. If the other driver is ever lower than your rating, like, by a fair bit, like, they are just going to be really, really aggressive at the start. And if you are lower than the other person in a one-on-one race as well like this, you should be. Because if you leave them get away, especially if they're in the same car, like, chances are, yeah, you're going to only have one opportunity to catch them, and it'll be at the very start of the race. Unless they make a mistake. But, like, if this guy lets me get away from him, this is me versus the track, and I play this game, like, way too much. So, yeah, shouldn't be seeing him again. On, is there, like, 2 laps? The worst thing is like, if he DCs now even, I still just have to drive around the next 2 laps. Or I could put the game in touch drive and go and make a coffee for myself. Oh, I see a little bit of yellow on the end of the radar. But he would have to be really good, or I would need to really mess up to make up for a 500 race difference in the car. It can happen, like, but Yeah, like I was saying, if you are like really, really low tuned thing, like slam the heck out of the other driver at the very start, because it's the only time you're really gonna get to like try to get at them. If they pull away from you, and there's, especially like in this one, because if you're in a different car, sometimes ratings aren't exact. Like they can have different stats and different speeds, but like an Acura that's 2.5k and an Acura that's 3k. Yeah. I have an Acura in my rearview mirror for 2 laps. Whereas at the start of the race, like he might have been able to at least give me a, like slam into me at the start. But at least there's a nice easy way to earn 10,000 credits nearly. Ratty of Gameloft to even make this, like to form this race, just because of the fact that, yeah, like I say, it's pretty much just a case of that guy loses a point possibly. I didn't see his actual driver rating. Oh, I should have just taken that out of the boost. Or drift. He disconnected. Why not just finish the race? He would have gotten like he would have gotten 2 cups at least for that, and about 6,000 credits. Oh, after racing like 2 laps, it was pointless. Like he just cost himself, yeah, 6,000 or so, or well, 5 or 6,000 credits, and 2 trophies. Ooh. Oh, don't want to do that because that's chat. I normally check in quite a bit. I'm going to though spend tickets a second because I have 10 tickets, and yeah, I need to make use out of them a small bit. So I'm just going to do a quick blast through these. I still, by the way, if you see me unlocking the Bugatti Chiron, when it comes to upgrading cars, I unlocked this car like ages back, and it has stayed the exact same way since. I haven't put another like credit into it. Just the thing is a beast. It does exactly what it's needed for, and I do have the fact that I can upgrade it if I want to, but in the meantime it's just like, yeah, it's perfect. So I can make it slightly more perfect, but I'll be down like maybe 8 million credits, which I want to hold on to for this event, because I have a feeling that the Aperta is going to get very costly very quickly to upgrade. But I'm just going to do 1 or 2 races in this, and I'm going to just jump straight back into multiplayer. Like, these races are just 2-minute-ish long ones. And yeah, breaking out this car. And I've been doing a thing recently as well where I've been trying to make use of the Censorship. Like, that car is an absolute dream to drive, but it's crazy just how fast it is. Like, I've been trying to see if I can pull off the expert club times in what is like an amateur car. I threw 1 run up, but like I have a bunch of runs where it's either incredibly close or is able to just do the days. Rome, I was 0.3 of a second off in a C-class car of getting the expert club time, I mean. Oh, how did that not Nitro Shockwave? Also, I can't help but think nice whenever I see this car in its top speed. 269 miles an hour. Nice. But like, yeah, rare. Like, you have it at 3,900 rating. I'm guessing it can do all of the club races with ease, like at that rating, because it is hell of a powerful car. And I say even just at, and still like 3,900 is better than probably most of the S-rank cars. Yeah, say like here, what is it? Club race time. 116 in the expert race. But yeah, Himalayas, amateur. And I know loads of people hate this car because it's like got such a manky set of stats. But 116 in a Venture Cert. Ah, nice one, Asphalt Legend. Yeah, like it is pretty tough to get into higher ranks in this one because of the fact that so many of the player base are just inside in that rush season, just constantly driving over and over again in it. And last week, I actually tried and actually, yeah, ended up in Master, but it took me way longer in the week. I think there was only maybe like 2 or 3 days left before I got into Master in it. And Master at that point was like the top about maybe 200 to 300 cars, I think. But yeah, like this thing for a C-class car. No! Okay, I just burned off all my speed. Which is not good in a car that has 0 acceleration. But like, it does have a crazy top speed. But you need to like get it up to speed and then hold it at that speed. But it was incredibly costly to get this one tuned up all the way as far as I did. Like, it was one that if I had the choice of doing it again, I probably wouldn't have. But at the same time, it's fun to have this in my garage, like a C-class car. It can rip out at 217 miles an hour. But yeah, given the bad barrel roll off the thing, this isn't going to make a 116 time, I'd say. But it's still not too far off. Like, the worst thing about this car is that acceleration is just absolutely... It accelerates like a stone. But yeah, 119. It's still 3 seconds off. Oh, you mean using it in the Legends League in the Unlimited series? I'm not actually in that yet. I've been like doing all the other events and stuff, but that what's it called? Rush season is just so not kind of what I was like. It's not. I don't find it too enjoyable. This car I find enjoyable. I'm so happy to have this one in gold because I absolutely love driving this car. Like the Corvette Grand Sport. Just, yeah. From every rank, I think this is probably still my favorite car. Just because of the fact that it can pretty much do donuts if you wanted to and still like blast out a decent top speed. The one thing is, if you have this car tuned, by the way, I know that like that guide video that I put up is 40 minutes long. But the one thing I always point out about it is the fact that people, I know for a fact people don't know this, but the fact that all the nitro speeds are the exact same. Like, it doesn't matter if you're in Shockwave, Purple, or Blue Nitro, like the top speed of the car is the exact same in all of them. So with this car, like, just bring it up to the top speed, and then just make sure you're in just the normal yellow nitro, because that is the best way for this thing to go forever. And like, yeah, that will go at 217 miles an hour. You can't go into dirt with it and stuff, and you can lose it when you're turning. But like, yeah, this is the exact same speed as as all of the other types of nitro. Like the Nitro Shockwave's top speed in this car is 217 miles an hour, and the Blue Nitro's top speed in this car is 217 miles an hour. So yeah, just put it into the yellow, and just leave it at that. Unless you're like going up ramps, then you can like throw it into the imperfect just for that extra acceleration. But if you're driving flatland in this car, just, yeah, yellow nitro. Absolutely, like, lasts for days, 217 miles. And like, it's really easy to judge it as well, because this car is just this will perfect for the rest of this. You can take your hand off the accelerator as well. If you didn't notice that, you can take your hand off the accelerator when the car is in any nitro form. So with this one, you can like let off the accelerator when it's in blue nitro. Yo, Sam RS10. Oh, the P1. Yeah. That's a cool car, but wow, it's not worth $50. No car really is. I think the only car that I bought with money was the NSX Acura, just because I missed out on that. Well, I was playing that I was playing at the time, but I sucked really bad. And yeah, I gotta jump back into multiplayer because yeah, I've got an hour worth of tickets to recharge now, and 200 rating required. But if there's anyone who's in elite rank, I gotta sign up in 10 seconds, and yeah, jump in. Yeah, like no, it's just it is like that. Like that's the price of near pretty much just a full other game. And yeah, it drops from loads of packs. The P1 drops on the AEDs as well from the packs on the right hand side. Like so you will get it. It's just a case of it'll take some time. And I think can you see tickets for the P1 as well in the shop? I think do they appear there sometimes, or is that just for tokens? Like in the Legend store? But yeah, I'm gonna hit the sign up in 10. Yeah, they're rare. I'm collecting the last of my LaFerrari blueprints that way. And I think, like, I've been playing this game non-stop pretty much since launch, and I have about 6 left to get still for that. But at the same time, as like, for those rare... Oh, is it only for tokens in the Legend Store? Yeah, then... I would never go for the blueprints there for tokens, but if you can get... I don't recognize any of those names. Oh. No, I don't think so. Give a shout if you are in chat and looking to join into games, just so you can know not to KD you, but like I said, you need to be in elite rank for the time being, because I am just still climbing, but it should have that the next 2 to 3 races. I love the fact that there's ghosts at the start of these races, just for the first 10 seconds, but it makes such a huge difference. I'm trying to remember. I know one of these racers was an SR. I've seen the logo. I know they're quite KDE. So I'm just trying to remember if it was this guy. Hopefully not. Be cool, bro. He hasn't destroyed me yet. Although he'll get an opportunity now because I took that door really badly. I understand as well, it's the last day of multiplayer, so like players are free to be a bit saltier, I think, really. Woo. Ah, nailed that skid just right, thank God. The petrol god shined down. You can get that sometimes where the car hits that ramp in a skid and it just flips over onto its roof instantly if you try that finish to this course. Like where you just skid across the corner and into a barrel roll ramp, but if you're drifting and barrel roll ramp at the same time, the game does not like it sometimes, and it just like the flip over onto the roof is near instantaneous. It's kind of funny, but also because of where that ramp is, it means you lose. Really have to make sure I do this next corner up here good, because it's mess it up quite a lot. Hey, that's how it's supposed to be taken without losing all the speed. But yeah, here, like if you cut across this flat paddle footpath, like it's safe enough to do it most of the time, but yeah, you can hit that ramp and explode. Touch drive is cool. Like I use touch drive for a lot of stuff in this game. The current event that's on, you know, the one for the titanium Icona car. Like I've just been using touch drive for most of the races in that, because you can have it done in the Spider 918 and the Chiron and a few other cars. So like I've nothing against touch drive. I see because I joined the Facebook group for Asphalt recently, and wow, like people mention, oh, I've used touch drive before, or they put up a screenshot that has the touch drive icon on it, and people just flame each other over it. It's just like, why? Like, yeah, I don't quite get the hatred. There's some things that I don't like about touch drive, like the racers who are just like, I do it sometimes in AFK in multiplayer to get the trophies, but doing it in multiplayer with that DSE tense with constant imperfect nitro, that I hate. The people who do that, I'm just like, oh no, you're like, because if that's being done by a turbofire controller or so, then that's really ratty on actual people who are trying to play, because those cars are dangerous. Now I'm trying to decide Ford GT or Beast. That's faster, but that can turn. Yeah, I'll be honest, Sam. I kind of like a tiny bit jealous of that, a small bit, because of the fact that like you can get blueprints everywhere. Because I realized that the last day I was giving advice on what to do, and I said the fact that like, oh, if a race is worth blueprints to you, you should do it. And I was thinking, I was like, if you're starting off this game, like every race gives you blueprints. But yeah, the way I am at the moment in this is it's really like it gets kind of a bit on the ratty side. So like, okay, yeah, the Icona Vulcan, I have that maxed. Like doing this race is just for the credits and import parts. Yeah, the Cadillac CN Concept, have it maxed. The S-Class Cup, like all these cars, there's 4 in it, the Lycan, the Titanium, yeah, the FXK, and the Centenario, all maxed. Like if I do any of these events, it's just for credits and tokens and trade points and stuff like that. So like technically there's not a single day that I can do today which will give me a blueprint. It just kind of sucks a small bit, but like, yeah, if you're starting off the game, just try and chase down as many blueprints as you can, like, and you'll find that once you start unlocking cars, like they start to chain, like some cars will unlock others, and yeah, it just goes from there. But yeah, I'm gonna put in the signing up again in this. I'm still not in the Legends League, but hopefully you can be able to get into it, because they do start to mix while I'm around the rank I am now. And yeah, this Gold Beast X, absolutely awesome car. I like the 3 cars from this, with the exception of the middle one, maybe that CN Concept car. I think that one's just a small bit on the heavy side for my liking when it comes to like easy to drive cars. But the Beast X and the Force, VLF Force I think it's called, like both of those cars are amazing. Other YouTube person, hey Jess Mark, hello if you're in this. An IRC Zerker. I know that there was an IRC person in the last one of the live streams I did, but I don't recognize that name. But I know also people have changed their names in this game. Nearly forgot for a second that there's ghosts. There's like, wait, lagging? I'll see if I can get away from people. Nah, everyone's got solid. I'm always kind of torn between taking that route in this course, because of the fact that the route through all those tables and chairs and stuff is by far the faster route. But oh god. But yeah, it leaves you completely open to like the slowdown that gets caused sometimes by the stuff, the items breaking. Uh-oh. This car is slightly missing it in the top speed department, especially, like, to be fair. Oh. I'm also not doing it any justice. But yeah, the second lap is way safer inside here because, yeah, the items are... Oh my... Yeah! The second lap is way safer in this way. Oh no. I think I'm getting a -20 for that. And those people are nice and smash off of walls. That's always nice. One thing about like doing multiplayer at the times when I do it, like, cause I nearly always go for a uh-oh, don't land on me. Oh, it's darker. Yeah, I nearly always go for like that push at the very end, but it's one time when there's a lot of strain on the servers. Wow, everyone loses points except for Street Legends and Noel. Why is that? Oh. I guess it's because like normally you would see like the ranks would be more shuffled up, or pretty much everybody has placed exactly where the rank is except for HS Mark, but he got wrecked I think by somebody in one of the last laps. Oh, that beast didn't do good. But then again, if I had the 4 GT there, it definitely would have been worse. Yo, Joshua and Maricela Fernandez Lozano. I hope you're doing good. And yeah, by the way, in case you didn't notice since the last stream, I perfected that thingy up here. This thing. Yay. I'm super happy with that. It took me ages to try to get it right. But just where now it doesn't clip off at the end and stuff. I haven't got this. Wait, is it this side? No, this side. Yeah, it's going to be this side. Scrolling. I'm becoming like a master of this. But yeah, I'm gonna sign up again. And yeah, it's completely torn because the Beast X can turn, but the 4 GT is fast. So I'm really torn between the cars. Hello, Yogesh. Oh no, that second name. Gurtharan? Gurtharan. I'm sorry if I butchered that name. Gurtharan. I would say it's something you don't hear every day, but I'm guessing you probably do. I seen like there's a IRC people in chat in one of the races I was in already, Sax. I was like, is that? He was like, no, I don't think so. Cause I remember there was the IRC tank. And I gotta go for the beast again. I'm really rolling the dice here on a course with corners. Yeah, and if you're around 1,900, it should, like, I'm definitely in the category now where I should be able to be put into, yeah, races up to 2.2k was in the last one. Oh. But there's also going to be a whole lot of racers trying to get into races now because of the fact that it's like the end of season push. My Cure just dropped onto the track, or Beast X just dropped onto the track. Wonder if it's onto the car's height. You really have to be aware, by the way, as well, if you haven't seen it. But oh, what's wrong with the? Wait, the guy who was in third just blasted the other person who was behind me. I think he just saved me from getting KD'd. And now he KD'd himself. But yeah, just make sure you're aware of the fact that that ghost start ends exactly on the 10 seconds mark. So you have to be like not in another car when it happens. Because I've had it where like if you're inside another car when it's just passing the 10 seconds mark, you'll pop out the side of them or just explode in times. Fun, but yeah, it can kind of go either way really if you're the one who's on the receiving end of it. It's less fun. fancy can I make use of this program? That's brilliant. He takes out the guy who was in second and then he trashes himself. I need more racers like that. Uh-oh, but I see yellow dots chasing me down. Wow, that one is coming in quick. Like, quicker than I would have thought possible. Please don't KD me. I gotta go into... I was even in the water to avoid them. Okay, fourth, fifth. Sometimes you need less salty racers. Ow. No, 360 on flatland. But people are just like insane at this time of the multiplayer seasons trying to kill each other. Which is like, it's kind of funny sometimes. Wait. Okay. I'll take fourth, I guess. But yeah, it's kind of funny sometimes because like there are times like that where you're behind two people who are minus 14. Oh, the guy's literally in a club called Salty. But yeah, where like say you're in a position where you're in third and the guy who was in first there, like, or second, took out the other guy, and then because he took him out so violently, he crashed into a wall. It's just like, you're not doing yourselves any favors, guys, like that. Oh, 2,300. I don't really mind too much if I don't get all the way into the top 1k. Big So I've only played it on Nintendo Switch. So, I do not know. Like, when it comes to controls, I have a thing that can, like, grab onto an iOS device and becomes, like, a set of controls around it. It's pretty cheap on Amazon. It's a pretty cool. It makes it look like the Nintendo Switch. I could try and find a name for it if you were interested. But realistically, like, for me, yeah, I grew up like 80s and 90s, so a controller is always going to be to kind of touchscreen or using like tilt controls for stuff. One thing I will say though about like the difference between the Switch version and iOS is just how further along the iOS version of it is. I'm not sure. LaFerrari's a bit of an odd one. Like, it's easy a small bit. Like, it's kind of almost too easy if you have the cars, I find. I don't know. I don't know if that's just me, but it seems to be like quite but yeah, it seems to be quite like far more tuned for people who are possibly using touch drive and stuff. Like, because the days, every single day with the exception of that SLR day, has been perfectly possible. I actually missed the names of who was in this race, by the way, at the start. But I don't see driver 4205. Yeah, and I don't recognize the other ones unless you're in chat but not shouting out. I do just say your driver tag as well, just if you do end up in the same race together, then you can either deliberately avoid each other or deliberately kill each other, whichever you would you would prefer. Because yeah, I just played this for some crack. As long as I end up in the top 3k, like, I don't mind too much, but I did just say I'd jump on to have a bit of a laugh and see if people were up for a few trying to get into the same games. Like the rating difference between the rewards, I mean, for 3,000 and 1,000, I think it's 50 tokens or so. It really isn't. I'm not going to lose too much sleep over it. Do I do a defensive 360 here? Yeah, I would. There was a person who said they use touch drive in chat as well, by the way. If you're ever on this course, that 4-way option thing that you got back in just 2 or 3 streets ago there, like, yay! Guy who was in third exploded. Sailing. But yeah, on that 4 option thing, just always choose never to go near that thing in the middle. Just leave the car drive on the option it selects by default. It's way, way faster. One thing you can do, Joshua, to farm gold, like, hey, some ranking. That you can do to farm gold is just touch drive multiplayer. If you put yourself into like any of the multiplayer seasons and you just use touch drive in it, like you get 2,000 credits per run. And I know it's not a lot, but yeah, you can just like be doing anything else and yeah, when the NSX is out. Yeah, that's the problem I have in this wall with the Beast. Like, the Beast does not have top speed, and the Ford can't turn, which is a small problem. You know, it's just a really small problem. I'm so tempted to use it. And this one will be done in a minute anyway, but what I'm going to do is, for a laugh, I'm going to put the Beast recharging now, because that's a 20-minute recharge timer. And I'm just going to throw one in the Ford GT. I like this car. I just really wish it could turn. Yeah. Alright, gotta throw the thing in. Like, 4GT was so costly to do. In the event that it appeared in, I did exceptionally well. But I think everyone else won by not tuning it up so much. It's an icy surface. It pretty much does just skate. 6. Oh, I did that one early. That would be more in line with where the 10 was. If you see me doing the countdown, by the way, and it seems completely wrong to chat, that is just because the Elgato that I use has a latency thing in it, and then I have to put another latency on my camera, the microphone. So, like, I am about 1.5 seconds to 2 seconds away, not including what you see on YouTube. Driver Moo. If you're in chat, I love your name. Also, I feel like the odd one out here a small bit. Me and 7 Acuras on this track has corners. I hope they don't team up. Oh, problems. I held right there and forgot the fact that, yeah, the car doesn't turn. It's just a case of like straight into a wall. That was while holding hard right. If I get this thing up to speed though, I will absolutely like rinse those, but I don't think it's possible on Rome. The course is too bendy and too narrow. I can try, but like, oh no, no walls. Oh no, enemies. Like, that's the thing as well. Once you're at the back of the pack in this thing, and the tracks is so narrow here, it's gonna be nightmares trying to get past anyone. I can do it. I believe in you, Ford GT. I just have to remember, it can't turn. Oh my. It's uneven drifting and it's still not going around the corner. It's just like, ooh, water. We like water. It's such a beautiful looking car as well, though. It's just the worst thing about it. Turn, you bloody thing. It's just going straight for walls, like while holding the left or right stick. Okay. Thought he might blow up, but I guess not. The thing is, like, in an impact like that, an Acura will always come away off the better, just because of the fact that they can accelerate and, yeah, get back to speed. This thing is not going to be able to do that quite as fast. But there is a kind of a method to driving this car. It does just take a small bit of getting used to the mindset of the fact of just always be trying to turn a small bit in anticipation of the next one. I would say sorry to that guy, but like he blocked me in a way that he should have been blown up earlier anyway, so yeah, I don't mind. Driver moo woo, kicking ass. Do I get anything for that? Minus 16! Yes! Good result! I did 4 better than you by only getting minus 16. Oh, Dirt-E Dog. Or else Dirted Og. Unusual name. I'm sure it's not meant to be Dirted Og, but that's all I can read that name as. Poor. It's an Og. And like, I'm gonna go with the GT again, because I feel like I'm in the zone now. I've got myself centered. I know how to do a race without trying to turn. So I'm just gonna go straight in again. I would just use the other cars. Sax, I wouldn't. Like, think about it like this: if you lose 20 more in the Ford GT, like you will regain that easily in one race in the Acura if you do really well. And if you do manage to win in the Ford GT, you'll feel slightly less bad about the air quotes mistake. Van. Who knocks a van in the way of other racers? At least now that I'm back here, I can gain speed. And all I need to do is get past 6 racers in one maneuver. And then win! Yes! If that happens, I think YouTube are cracking down on people falling asleep on stream. It will probably have been a dream. No! Why did I go for that? You need to be able to turn to be able to make that corner. They should bring in a Ford GT specific multiplayer season where every track is just a straight road and you never have to turn, and Ford GTs dominate. Oh my. He's like a pinball trying to get it around corners. Ow. If anyone's watching this and thinking, God, Storm's driving absolutely sucks, you need to get it for GT. See if you know somebody else who plays this, who has this car tuned up, and see that at max tuning, it still doesn't turn. It has the speed and it has like very good nitro, but it can't turn corners. And weirdly enough, the ability to turn corners in this game is really important. That was an odd choice of going into the back of this car. Oh! Can I be blamed for that? I mean... Oh! The turning arc of this car, like, I'm not sure. Even if you were driving across the entire surface of the planet, can it ever drive in a circle? Would you just run out of land? Fifth! Well, it's not just -6. Victory! It's not just the fact that the Nitro is terrible. It's the fact that like the car weighs a metric ton. Like it feels like they just filled it with steel, like the way it handles. So yeah, like it can go fast down hills and stuff. If you use that in some of the courses in Scotland, in any of the downhill portions, like yeah, it's really good. And the worst thing about it is like the car model is amazing. Like, if you've ever actually seen the Ford GT's model that they've used in this, like it's I'm almost sure this is the one, yeah, but it's like hollow through portions of the frame. Like you can actually see through the flaps and stuff that are on it, like how the wind goes behind the mirror. Like it is an awesome looking car, and then yeah, it handles like a brick on ice. I can't imagine how a car that's 40 inches tall weighs this much, or it feels like it weighs this much, unless it's just a downforce that, like, it does feel like that in real life. But I remember Clarkson got one of the Ford GTs, and he was like completely just disappointed with it. I was in Top Gear before the Grand Tour, but I'm gonna switch over to the Acura because yeah, that's just burning rank. What's the recharge time on it? 40 minutes. I'm not gonna want to use it 8 more times, so I'll leave it at that. I'm gonna do that. I just picture you grinding the whole way around the outside at like 10 miles an hour. Just doing that thing where you're thinking, could I get out and jog? This would be faster if I could. Just on a bike. Yeah, it's one of those cars that like it's a poster car. Like it looks amazing, and I did literally have a poster of, well, not the Ford GT, but the GT40 on a wall when I was a kid. And then you get it in this, and it just doesn't turn. Oh, just using the Acura. Yeah, you can kind of do that if you do the races earlier in the season. But I did. Yeah, I said I wasn't too stressed out about this week's season. Like the maximum rewards for this as well are gonna be 2 blueprints for the SLR McLaren again, which will get that car to 2 stars, which will still get me no extra rewards because it needs to be at 3 stars for that day. Yeah, it's kind of like one of those things where it looked like everything about it looks great, even the stats. Like stats wise, it's got a 33 for handling. That's quite low, but still like I suppose it is kind of one of the lower handling things in the game, but still, like, what's the point in making a car that handles that poorly? What's the sins? 43. A legitimately maxed sin that's not just blue thingy dropped onto it. But yeah, I'm gonna do the 10-second countdown thing, and by the time you see it in chat, just like I said, see that and just count. As soon as you see it in chat, just start counting down yourselves, and then like click A on race as soon as the 10 seconds are up. But there is a lot of people trying for it. And like I said, if it does seem like the two things are slightly out of sync from where you see it, wow, at that guy's name. I think he's not a fan of cheaters. I mean, it might just be me, but I love the fact that like Gameloft have it where they've banned and censored the word talk, and like if you try and put cover or any word that has COV in it, like it will just get banned. But some guy swaps two of the letters in that word, and no, it's fine. I just go completely flatland on this. Hello, will I? No, some ramps here. I don't think a flatland race is going to win this one, and I could use some. I could use some actual points after racing into GT a couple of times. It's like I remember winning. Winning was fun. Oh, what? Oh. I do get a second lap, but that seemed a bit aggressively resetty. But yeah, at least it's cool when you're getting into like the 2K ranks. Like I do kind of prefer races that have the 2 laps, as long as they have a couple of races in them. Like not that one-on-one thing that I was in. Yeah, if you've got a few racers at least, and there's a good reason to have it. Like, cause yeah, otherwise a kid. Oh, is that guy gonna land on me? Oh no, he's underneath. Now he can land on me. The joys of a 2D map. You can't be sure ever if somebody is like above you or underneath. Help! Okay, this time we need the ramps to go well. And not reset me, please, game. Oh no, I'm out of nitro. It's risky to use all those ramps on that, but like it's so much. It is worth. Just sometimes if you explode off a building, it's like it's worth it though for the one race where you don't explode off a building. No. Somebody pointed out something to me in this a while ago, and that is the fact that, yeah, my Cura isn't upgraded, and it could be. And I said the fact that I usually only upgrade cars when I need them to be upgraded. And whilst I feel like it won't make any difference other than winning feels better. Yeah, it does. Oh, I didn't see your comment, by the way, on the original car is amazing. Yeah, the GT40, like, that's kind of one of those, like, kids' dreams, I think, from the 80s. Yeah, there's, like, some people's usernames are funny, and other ones are just so horrifically offensive. Like, there's a guy whose name at the minute it's in game, I've seen it, and I was like, I don't know how it's not censored. And it's got a thing in it which is, I'm not even going to say it on stream, but it has it's only 3 characters, and they're 3 letters, and they're repeated, and it's the same letter, and it's a very bad thing. And like, there's no censor in the world that should be able to miss out on that. And it's just, yeah, it did. But yeah, he's like in Asphalt driving around. I think I've got multiple epic import parts for this. Yeah. Why am I driving a car that isn't maxed when it's probably the best thing in the for the job? Screeny. I do like those gold cars. Some of them are like cool to have gotten. I was really chuffed with the getting the Grand Sport maxed out. Yeah, there's only one really, really negative term which has 3 repeated letters, and like I said, he's driving in Asphalt. I saw it today, and I even looked at it afterwards. I was like, is there a weird character or something on one of those Ks? But nope. Hey, Sax. And Pokemon number 151. I always wonder when I see... Cool. I have a sub off. Winner gets someone sub. I don't know, because I'm in such a losing streak and I don't want to lose subs. Oh, I forgot it's Ghost at the start. I could have just driven through that way. And yeah, I see the white here. Should be easy to avoid. Oh. Okay, I thought that was stupid. It was red. I always go with like the slightly safer route in multiplayer and doing it. I would say slightly safer as a guy like rips across the front of my car. Sorry, I need points. And I'm an idiot. And it's 2 laps. I should be able to recover from that stupid move. I like slammed into the side of the guy with full like shockwave nitro, bounced off the side of him, and then just failed. Oh. I thought that helicopter was gonna do me in as well, just for trying to be aggressive in a race. Helicopter karma is worst karma. I'm just thinking, this is my first outing in a Gold Acura. I'm sorry, car. I've let you down. I think that's all I'm relying on now is like other people to try fancy stuff and explode. And you did it too. Haha, get it? Because it's a Pokemon. The guy's in Fortis, like after taking a really wobbly path there. Ooh, helicopter! Wow, Sax first. Yay! I still get something. Oh, and congrats on Legend, Sax. Good man. Nice to cap that one of like you getting the win. $80 points from a single race. Yeah, it's like I did like once you get away from people and at the start at least you seem like super safe from it. So yeah, it paid off. But I know that barrel roll one because you can just end up in the middle of everyone there and yeah, explodey. Nice use out of the Acura fuel though. And like, yeah, like you gained 81 in that race. If you hadn't done the GT races, you would probably oh, I'm like it's perfectly possible to get into like I've been in races with 2,200 rating people AC. Yeah, so like it's yeah, you could try and see. I'm gonna shoot into the next one again in the gold Acura. Yo, El Chippy. And 10-second countdown going on to my chat now, but you'll have seen it before that. But I hope people are having a cool enough evening. I try and time these like for it to be sort of reasonable-ish time in both places. Because I know that in the States now it's like... Nope. Oh, you got into a different race? And yes, actually seen that you got that in the last one. Oh. And, my Acura should stand out in this race. Full of Acuras. I think that I happen to just time it perfectly so that everyone's Acura is recharged now. Or are people just absolutely not risking any other cars other than this? I was gonna say, does anyone else notice the fact that your car kind of feels weird a small bit when the other cars pass through them? Like, I don't know how to describe it. It feels like if you ever put two magnets next to each other, with the similar poles, not opposite poles. But it's kind of that feeling that like the cars repel each other just a small bit, even though they shouldn't be like, yeah, they shouldn't have any kind of, oh man, what the heck? Wow, that person like bumped off me 3 or 4 times and then wrecked themselves. They should have checked themselves. Giuliano, no. Oh, class. He managed to barrel roll up off of that ground. That worked out fairly safe for both of us. I don't know, is he like having latency or what, but I would have thought that one of us should have blown up with that. I was riding, like my back wheels were on his back window while, yeah, he was going over a ramp. Latency is one heck of a drug, guys. Okay, I would be more than happy with 3rd place. Given the last couple of races that I've had. I just have to really not mess up. It's like I say that, and I know I'm going to do myself to a really daft mistake. Nope, here's the finish line. I can't not go over that. 5? Really? Oh man, so I nailed out 116 race. If Al D Baran is in chat, by the way, just like, that's awesome. Yeah, so I knew it was like kind of evening time in America. So yeah, that's why we're saying it's like to throw this up. So basically I get like the people who are vampires here in Europe and stuff, and yeah, some Americans who are chilling out just in the evening. Because yeah, here it's 2:08 a.m. Oh, now see Bice Raker or Bice Racer. Hi guy, bike racer. Man, that's strange when you have the extra word on the into that. My brain just doesn't compute. But yeah, we're getting closer. I'm sorry for your -20. Win, lose, or draw next race. I managed to get myself one of the packs at least. I don't know if you noticed this by the way, but just to point out, those packs, there's like 3 different ones of them. It's only the 1st and 2nd packs that can have tokens inside. So if you do those like myself and just kind of more so focus on getting the tokens out of them, this last one only ever has blueprints. It has some slightly better blueprints, but it doesn't have any of the tokens. I would say you just gotta believe, but at the same time, Asphalt sometimes like, no, you can't because you've got a Ford GT and that's all you have. And I sign up in the 10, and I'm clicking A on the 0 by the way of 10, just in case if that's in your head of going, is he clicking on 0 or 1? But I'm going on the 0. But like it is just a struggle as well, where people like all kind of are fighting and stuff over the same points. But I do like that over the rush seasons. Oh, nice. It's the Popo. But Gilgamesh. There was a person in chat with a name that was similar to that. I remember saying it. Oh, you two ended up in the same one. Why is everyone a curious? Guys, there's other cars. Disregard the fact that I'm in a Acura. The other cars all like, wall. And yeah, I was kind of thinking it's like the last cars that unlock with this is yeah, the R1 Sin, and I can't remember what the other one was, but it's also not like a particularly amazing car. Will this cleared? Oh, just about. Am I gonna get 360? I'd like these. Not sure if are all the cars in this race that I'm in all NSX Cure? That's Sin, by the way, if people aren't chasing it. Like, there's a couple of reasons to get that car unlocked. I kind of wanted to make a video just kind of chatting about it for anyone that might not realize, but the Sin's blueprints, like, they take up that slot of an epic import part, and it usually appears twice in a day. So, like, once you get the Sin all the way up to max blueprints, it actually disappears from the Legend store, and then yeah, you get more opportunities to get epic import parts for other cars during the days. Again, I'm happy with third. Third is like one of the cooler spots to get into as well, just because of the fact that you get like decent enough rewards usually, and you get the you get the maximum amount of like tokens for it before it drops down to that 1,900. It depends on if it follows the same path as the what you call it, like the mobile version of it, because obviously some events change and they like swap out some cars and pop in some other ones. So yeah, it would be cool if it was needed, because yeah, I've had that maxed out for a bit. Yeah, it's been used in a few of the events, but again, it's just a case of if it stays the same or gets shuffled around. But yeah, like say what I mean is just not there. But yeah, those two slots that are in the Legend store, like yeah, it's a Sin epic import part now and a Dodge Viper, but all the way up until you have the other car locked off, like the Sin can show up in this as an option. I kind of feel bad about that, Rare, to be honest, because like the Aperta event is okay, but like it's missing a load of the kind of special events and stuff. Like there's nothing in it like the crazy like do loads of barrel rolls or collect nitro packs and you know the extra kind of rewards. Every time I see people talking about the mobile version of it, they either love or hate the the Jesco. But I'm just wondering, like, is it really epic import parts? I have tons and tons of tokens and credits and stuff, but I genuinely, unless I have to, I don't get import parts and stuff. And I don't like I tend not to spend credits, tokens, or the trade tokens even unless I need to. Yeah, the touch drive. It's kind of good and bad, right, at the same time, because it's like, oh, cool, you can unlock all the things for this, really. But like, I haven't got one comment of anyone yet saying the fact that like, I've never seen the comment of I'm having trouble with this day. Everyone's just like, yay, blueprints. Yeah. The thing about it as well is like, if you haven't noticed, when it comes to the car, like, it is just a reskin of that other car. Oh, I really want to put this in here. Yo, reverb, by the way. And anyone else that said hi in the chat, by the way, that I didn't spot. I see there's 20 people chilling now. Just like, I haven't gone across the end, but I'm doing a countdown of 10 seconds. From the point where you see that in chat is the point where you like countdown 10 and then hit A on the race. And I'm doing it on the 0 seconds. And yeah, and people being able to get into races themselves with other people in the chat. The two Ferrari stages were hard because you had LaFerrari on the Caribbean track and LaFerrari on Himalayas, and like those are both like the LaFerrari is something for a racetrack, and those both tracks are like it's in a mountain and it's on a beach. Ah, EC, cool. And Napalm, who's just in chat or as well. I think I seen. I think. Possibly. I should stop scrolling back to chat. But like LaFerrari Aperta, it is just a redesign on LaFerrari, which also has another redesign in the game, which is the Ferrari FXXK. Like that Ferrari. Oh my. I get hit like multiple times in the air. The Ferrari FXXK has almost the identical body of the LaFerrari. The only main difference is like that, what's called KRS. It's like a kinetic energy. Is a kinetic energy resource system. So it's basically like where it charges up an electric engine from the car's motion forward. It's really cool and sciencey, but it's just basically an electric dynamo that's stuck onto a LaFerrari. But if you look at the two bodies of the cars in the garage, they are very similar. It's just the FXK has some extra bells and whistles slapped on the side. Not giving a technical breakdown of a car whilst having a multiplayer race with 6 other people. So for today's lesson, it's oh my god, it's raining cars. There's two sides of my brain warring angrily between like slow stats and yeah, flying cars trying to kill me. I owe that guy JXZ, I think it is one, if I can get near, but I don't think I will. Oh no, not now today. I would need a really good... Yeah, I would need not to have done that. Oh, see, like, that's one of the reasons I rarely use a 360 imperfect in the thing, is because, yeah, okay, I messed up that one quite badly, but it's just those things, they are good when they work out really well. When they don't work really well, you end up pointing backwards off of a wall. Oh. Well, I hope you're getting your points back from this one. Yeah, indeed. I got taken out by the JZX guy at the start, and then I took myself out with a 360 and just absolutely just demolished myself into a wall. Yeah, like, I always say it rare as well. It's just a case of, like, if you don't need to spend credits or tokens, like it's so much better not to, because then you have them for when you need them. I think the stats of the Aperta end up like nearly 1,000 higher than the stats of LaFerrari when it's maxed out. By the way, like yeah, the like they are effectively the same car in real world, but good engine in Russian. Oh, I think I'm not too far off of Legend in that. 6,500. But at the same time, I'm just like, my only goal with that one is just to stay close to the 3,000 rating. I'm like those people who have gotten like the 20,000 or so. You see, that would be painful. And the worst thing is like tokens in this game, like getting them from rewards and stuff like that is it takes time. But the cost of them as a microtransaction is kind of crazy. Like that's why I'm always kind of pushing people to do as many events as they possibly can. And yeah, it's just 400 points away. It's just because yeah, it is just crazy, like how the cost of the tokens. Wait, I want to see actually which cars have I got, because I think that was the last fuel unit for that. Oh, do I? Ford GT or Beast? The Beast is fun to drive, but it's not. Like, what's the actual stat speeds difference? 299 to 361. The only difference is this never gets to that top speed because it's stuck on a wall. I'll try this guy. The Beast is just overall like yeah, it is I think an overall better car, but in certain circumstances the Ford GT can be devastating. Like Cairo, Scotland has a fair amount of straights and a fairly wide race. Ah, cool. Bike race. Ah, good luck in that case. And I can watch out for your blue sin. I am just behind you, but I do what I can to not make contact. What the? Oh. What? The physics? I say it's like, it would be very difficult to make a multiplayer tutorial guide for this game. Just the only thing I could ever recommend is just not to get too like worked up over when stuff like that kind of happens. But yeah, that I need to see a replay of exactly what nerd was that. I'm glad I have this stream actually on the record as well, just so I can like take a look back at it and see. But yeah, there are times when the game just goes like, nope, you eat a wall, and then you go upside down, and you float for a second or two, and then you die. Yeah, like this track does definitely have like some advantage points for the Ford GT. Just the fact that, yeah, 224 miles an hour as a cruising speed. It just unfortunately also has other races on it because of the joys of multiplayer. Oh, I hear something stirring up behind me. Wow. I wish I had done better. Plus 19 for coming 5th. Oh, is it purple? Am I? Oh yeah, it is when it's outside in the sunny areas. It just looks. When I saw it first, it was like blue. Pretty cool looking though. But yeah, my it definitely looks blue on the back there. So do you have the two-tone thing on it? Because it definitely looks slightly more blue in certain light conditions. Yeah, I'll throw it in chat. I like it as well. It's like I go for the Ford GT, and people are like, "Yeah, make sure you put a countdown. We want free rank." All right, 10 seconds counting going up, and yeah, I'm clicking on the 0. Yeah, it just looks like it definitely looks slightly different in different like areas on the track. Like inside the ship and stuff, it looked quite blue, but then once the sun shines in it, it goes purple. Might just be like as a metallic paint. Fatso 007. Hopefully his car is too. The boss of taco sauce. Hopefully if anyone else from yeah, chat try to get into groups together like that. Yeah, either make friends or make enemies if you end up in the same race. Whichever one you prefer. Ah! But like wait, I got hit and then I exploded a second later. And I pressed my doubt button. But yeah, I do always stress out about it, like when it's just whether it's against a computer run, against a clock run, or against like other players. Just like never get too stressed about Asphalt. Like it. Oh, I think that was the guy who knocked me down originally. But it is just a game, and like it's a game to be enjoyed. So yeah, just if it goes badly, it goes badly. Oh, Zerker, I'm trying to avoid. But yeah, if it goes badly, it does go badly. Like, and just, yeah, dust off, come back. If you race or play any multiplayer game angry, like, to begin with, I feel you do a whole lot worse. Because you just start to make, like, little decisions about, like, oh, I gotta go for that person for revenge or KD or whatever, and just end up eating wall because of it. That said, if people knock me down, there's times where I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna get it. So, sometimes I don't take my own advice. But it's good to try. One thing I've definitely found though with this game, and like, I feel it very, very heavily with the expert races, is sometimes if I'm tired in the evening trying to do one of those expert race times, I just find it near impossible to actually get them. Like my just reaction time comes way, way down when I'm really sleepy. And that's not just me coming up with an excuse because it's 3 in the morning nearly here. I'm actually kind of getting my second wind. No, Jeep, why? And everything was going so well. Like when this car starts to move, when it starts to move, it can really move. Oh, yes. Forget what I said, guys. You should all kill each other up front. Yay. Give me an extra position. I won 40 points in a Ford GT. That should be some sort of record. Of course, earlier I lost more than 40 points in a Ford GT, but that doesn't count. What only matters is the wins. Wins. But yeah, I would point out as well in this, for anyone who's looking at the rewards and the leaderboards, just keep in mind that like when it comes to the 3K and the 1K, like it's one epic import part and then 100,000 and 100, and the other one is 150 and 150K, and it's still one epic import part. So as long as you're in, you're getting the 3K rep, you should be fine. Just I really want to get this, obviously, for the one extra chance at getting the 2 SLR blueprints. Not gonna happen, but I may as well try. I need another 109 rating. I can totally do that. I'm just gonna check something a second though before I click on assign for the next one. I hope people are having success in your runs if you're like scattering off into different runs. David X, by the way, would you be... I've seen a race or a driver X in a couple of the games that I've been. I wonder, is that your in-game tag? If it is, I will keep an eye out. Ooh. I'm definitely going to be using Beast after this one for a race or two. Or GT again, though, I think. But 10-second countdown, and like I said, I'm going on the 0. Ah, okay. I just thought it might have been with the X after the end of the name. Sorry, it's holding the controller. X. Oh. I had a guy in a club before called Ziggy, but now I have definitely that KK Chua person. He is in my club. Let's watch me get KD'd by my own guy. Yay! Now one of the street legends. So at least there'll be knocking down in this race. I wonder which person's getting DC'd, and is it me? Oh, cool. Ziggy guy is in green diamonds. Oh! 2 DCs this turn. If you 360... That's that double tap of brake saving there, by the way. If you haven't seen the video about that maneuver, like when the car is in that crazy death barrel roll. But yeah, what I was saying was just if you always 360 imperfect off of ramps, if you actually watch like my videos where you see me driving behind people who are doing that, like you can see the fact that it has very, very little increase in speed for it. Oh, this is going to be terrible because I'm going to come out in the dust. I was just about to say I need some perfect racing from now on, but eat footpath. I would say I would hope the fact that like my rank is below this guy's a bit, but I don't think it was at the start. I didn't actually take note. Just because, yeah, if you're not aware of that, your rank gains or losses are completely decided just on a like one-to-one comparison to how much you would win or lose if you beat the other players in a one-on-one race, and then it calculates that versus everyone depending on if you won or lost. And yeah, it's obviously capped off at 20, which is how people gain points in multiplayer. Since it's possible to win far more than you can lose. I mean, in a single race between people. And no, even holding this Ford GT to max speed. For a lot of that race, I'm not able to catch up with KK. Close. Oof. Well, at least some guy DC'd who was worth some points to us. Within 0.06 of seconds. Good luck, AC Bula 64. And yeah, I'm gonna just, I'd say, have the next set of runs in the Acura when he comes back online in a minute. Wait, what? There was another person called Ziggy something Dust? Wait, how do you mean you... I'm wildly confused. Huh? Was there some weird connection? But I wasn't in your race. Yeah. That was you, but you weren't in my race? Some you was in my race. What? Are you sure? Did you look behind you? I was there. Huh. Weird. End up in like a clone of the same race? Might have been. Alright, so it must have like taken you out of this one and just put you into the next like group of people who are going together. But you appeared as a racer in my race. You can like look back a minute ago in the stream. It's like you were definitely on the starting grid. What? I don't know how like Gameloft have stuff. No, not Shanghai. It was on one of the Rome courses. That's a first. It must have been a case of like that you were right on like nearly getting into the group, and then it just like formed a second thing and just wasn't sure where to put you. But yeah, it apparently told the game that you existed in two different servers. Oh, I don't think that's anyone from chat. But it's kind of yeah, you get the same thing on YouTube sometimes. It's the way servers work. It's because like there's more than one or two Asphalt servers around the world, and they copy information back and forth to each other. And say like sometimes a copy of a server might have shown up that there was a space for you in your Shanghai race, but another copy of the server might have said that there was a space for you in the Rome race that I ended up in. So what happens in that scenario is like both races would technically start. It's just that one of the servers would get told by the other one like, no, actually he's in this one and this is like where he's kind of staying. There'd be a priority there between servers. One of the things that I teach along with IT support is CompTIA Network Plus and Security Plus. So I do love the way servers work and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm decent enough at stringing them together. But yeah, it's why you have some times where servers can't quite count. Tom Scott on YouTube has fantastic video on it. It's literally just called Why Computers Can't Count. I think is it Why Computers Can't? Yeah, it's called Why Computers Can't Count. And it's definitely, it's in reference to like servers online. But it is just down to the fact that like this game technically will exist on like far more than one computer. And they can sometimes just get confused with each other as to which one is in charge. Anytime when you're on a downward ramp like that as well, you should always try and hit the edge for a barrel roll off of even those flat ramps. It'll just fill up your nitro super fast. But for this one, I'm not going to take any more risks because I just want that second place. Give me that sweet, sweet second. Oh, or I'll take first. That guy's lagging out all over the place. No, he seems to decide he's lagging forward now. That's good. Oh. $48 for a second place though. That's not too bad. If that lightning person had dropped back, that would have been definitely another 20 from him with that rating that he has. Just need to slow inhale, exhale. I can do this. I've got 4 fuel units of useful fuel. What I'm going to do is I'm going to race these 4 and I'm going to pretty much stop at that, I'd say. And if I get into the top 1k with those 4, I might treat myself with some Lamborghini blueprints. See, this way I've got a little carrot on a stick. Ah, cool. I don't think we knocked each other down, Sue Grillo. But GG. I think... Was that you that was first in that one? But I seen the name. Yeah, like, just as long as you kind of try and get yourself into the top 3,000 rating, that's the main thing. But like right now, drivers are super aggressive, so it's kind of a bit of a... it's a dangerous time to be trying to climb up the multiplayer rank. Yeah, just do what you can though, and yeah, good luck. I'm gonna throw this up again. 9. But yeah, it is cool the fact that like the game does let you kind of throw together races of people. Like I said, even if yeah, I've seen a few times where like people from chat get into the same race together. So yeah, just be kind if you can. Hey, Sax and Grillo and Ziggy, 4 people from chat. Oh, the 3-star Acura. It's only missing 300 rating. But yeah, definitely this time you're in our race, Ziggy. This isn't a weird clone of you again. Myself. Like there's a period there where the 3 of us were occupying nearly like the same foot of space on the track. Oh, I should have went down underneath. Sorry. Oh, that wasn't me that knocked you down. I was trying to get by on the inside, but I think it was the person who was behind. Tipped you. Let's see who that is. Oh, it's Sax out in front. And Ziggy is right on your tail, by the way, so just be careful. Like, depending on if you want to throw the defensive 360 or it depends on the aggression going down. Oh, I messed up again and went the wrong. Ziggy v Storm. Max had a disagreement with a wall, I think. I'm gonna try the imperfect here, the 360. Illegal. Whoa, what was that? It wasn't what I wanted. It's the main thing of what it was. Oh, I see a yellow dot coming up fast. Oh, Sexy came back to still lose points from the third. I didn't see what happened to you. I just, as I was coming around the corner, Sex, I saw bits of your car flying over me from that, like, back streets. Oh, I just realized the club you're in as well. See you, Grillo? Top Gear. Oh, you know, just to like mash the brake button as fast as possible when that happens, when it's doing that kind of death roll thing. Just as soon as it's starting that slow roll, just like double tap it and it can try to correct itself back down. Yeah, we were like the three of us, like I had the perfect view of the tree, and yeah, it was going grand until there was just like an explosion. I need 25 more points. Come on, game. Everybody knows I've got nothing but great luck in Asphalt. 10-second shout though. If you think I've got God mode in this, when you see me burning like 10,000 tokens to unlock the worst car in the entire game, it's just like the multiplayer season of it. I get into the race with the AOI 710. He's the guy that knocked you down, Matthias, and now he's in a DB 11. I'll see if I can return the favor for you on his DB 11. Although I have a feeling he's going to drop back pretty fast. Why are you 360 in here? It's insane. Wow, that Andrew J guy just made himself two enemies. Like two people just went flying off into the ocean. Oh. The guy who knocked you down rage quit out of this race anyway, Grillo. If I'm pronouncing that correctly. I was like, I'm sure he'll just drive past, right? Oh, you know it's an asphalt. Of course not. That's one addition that they should try and bring in for this game. A rear view mirror. Like, maybe it'd be slightly more use than the pause button that takes up the upper top left corner. Like, I get that this is a mobile game, where it came from, but do we really need like a physical pause button in the top corner on the Switch, especially when it's in docked mode? It just screams like mobile lazy port. Uh-oh. I see a yellow dot behind me again. I really like third place, and I like when all the bits are inside my car. That's just like where I love to keep them. So it all come down to this. Sorry! Oh no! He killed me! When I 360'd. -2. Oh, cool. That is awesome, Ziggy. And yeah, that should be safe for you for the next morning. Maybe, yeah, that might have happened. Maybe it was just karma. I decided to do a 360 and I just get like, ow. It's only 2 of a loss. It's not too bad. I think I've got 2 fuel units left in this one. Yeah, so 2 more races for me, and then I'm going to munch something and use some tickets. But hopefully I see 10. But yeah, congrats on the... Whoa! Oh, I'll be like a second late on that one. Let's see though. It depends. But yeah, congrats on the 634. Like, that's... should be safe for the next... I think there's about 6 hours left to go. That's nobody from chat, I don't believe. Rami Chen. Those are names I would definitely spot. Is one person actually called KD Executioners? I wonder if that club is friendly. Something tells me no. Whoa! Wait, is the guy in KD Executioners driving a pink Sim? It's like the ultimate troll. I feel like bracelets, so hopefully I should be able to pull something back. If that KD guy do his job that's on his name, surely he should knock some people down. Off you go, Mr. Executioner. Or he crashes. I guess he took down someone. Wait, did he just DC? So my only hope now is the fact that that guy's rank was high enough that I'll be able to steal enough points from his DC. I think we could all see I was gonna catch him anyway, right? I can't adjust my collar while I'm trying. Like there... Whoa! I don't think you can hit that plane. But if I could have hit that plane, I probably would have. But I'm almost sure you can't hit it, because I've gone through the paint trails of it before. Yay! Good on you, KD Happiness, for being worth points. Yeah, that, like, Mateus, that, like, that's really cool, because the rewards difference between 3,000 and 1,000 is only 50 tokens and 50k credits. Like, it's far more worth it to keep your sanity. The season might as well reset when I'm asleep as well, because it resets at 9 or 10 in the morning here. So, yeah, we kind of... It resets in a weird time. Like, it should maybe just... I don't know, it's hard to judge, because obviously, like, it wherever it resets, it gives people in different parts of the world a bit of an advantage. Like, it's never gonna please everyone with it all around the world. Well, I hope you maintain the sanity anyway, Mateus. Or as much of it as possible was playing Asphalt. But, yeah, congrats on the Master League. That's, like, what I'm kind of gunning for at the moment. Yo, Clone Trooper AJ. How are you getting on? Hope if you're playing a sim game. Lurker and Yucks. I don't believe from Jared. I think I just call it X. Who's got the best Acura? I mean, it's me technically, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna win this race. Like, when it comes to being competitive in this game, I am fairly competitive at certain aspects to it. Like in leaderboards, when it comes to the like time trial and riot events and stuff like that. Like, I will redo those races far more times than I should for tickets. Am I gonna get Nick KD? His dot is like on top of my one. Just drive past. You can do it. I don't mind. Oh, definitely drive past now. As long as he does it safely. Nope. No, no. Not like that. Why? See, now I'm behind you, so. Now you're in trouble, X. But yeah, when it comes to the actual, like, times on leaderboards and stuff like that, like those I do get fairly competitive about. Just trying to see how far up the ranks I can do. Oh, that reminds me, the Speed Rush event resets tomorrow, isn't it? I'm just taking the upper pad here. It's slower than going down there, but I don't want a collision with that guy. I'd prefer a second than a like explosion. By a bit. He's like clipping off the back of my car at every possible chance. If you're in chat, boo. I just need the car to land and not explode. Wouldn't that be lovely? If that X person was in chat, by the way, you're a very bad boy. Trying to like knock me down at every single corner. Like there were so many clunks into the back of the car. Oh. But I think was that the last fuel unit for the Acura that I had as well? Possibly. Yay! It was. So like it just managed to get me across the line into the Master League, and yeah, hopefully that'll get that reward tomorrow. I put up a video of like me not getting that last week, and I think it's the only time we tried to add some comedy-ish into one of the videos. I'm not sure. Like I'd done 2 versions of that. One where the explosion sound was so loud that it actually woke up my cat, and I was thinking of like uploading it, and I was like, I don't want to wreck anyone's headphones or head. Ah, cool. Yeah, I use the kind of same paint job for all the cars just so it can be like visible a bit in races. Also, if anyone steals my videos and they're like, yeah, that's totally me, I'm using this bright yellow car with the black trim. WS? Oh, right, the World Series one. And yeah, right on the last fuel cell. I'm gonna get myself though a set of those the Lambo packs just as a woohoo for that. But yeah, I had been looking at these speed rush packs and saying like I need all 3 of the cars for it. So I just thought I'd unlock some and see what the actual drop rate's like and how like brutal it is in comparison to the other ones. But like 20%, so it should mean at least 2 sets of blueprints. But then again, I also have tragic luck. Yeah, it's not bad. Oh, blueprints for cars that would technically be good. But yeah, still, even with a 20% drop rate, I managed to get 6 blueprints from a single pack. Will I get the option to buy some more? No. Yeah, I'm gonna throw another set onto those. Just to see if it's just terrible luck. But I wouldn't mind like maxing out some of these cars. Oh, more legendary or epic ones. Ah, oh, cool spider blueprints. But yeah, 20% drop rate can still technically just mean the guaranteed and 1 more. Ooh, 2 off for the spider. What are the chances that that would give me that? 33%? More or less? No. I'm gonna leave it at that, I'd say. Because, yeah, I have the rewards coming in which could give me those spider packs. And I can see them tomorrow. So hopefully now, I think that Evo Spider is on the Master Rewards as well. So now if... No, it's not. Aww, I thought it was on one of the days, wasn't it? Or was it like not in the last pack? Oh, wow, so I would have had to be doing worse to get those. Yay! So I still have a 33% chance tomorrow to get some reward that's of any use. Yeah, Hurricane should be the like most because it's the only B class car out of the 3 of them. But it seems to be a fairly widespread across them because I got Spider, Hurricane, and the Aventador J. Just not too much in the lines of useful. Oh, cool, Sex. I wouldn't mind actually seeing that just to kind of see the breakdown of tokens because you need to spend a bit more than just 2 10 packs to see. But like, yeah. Oh, I think we've got all the club rewards well unlocked. That doesn't reset tomorrow, does it? Or does it? Oh, 7 hours. Cool. So there might be so there might be new milestones that have those. It would be awesome if there was. That's cool, but like I've been saying it like throughout this entire Aperta event, like those packs that give the 570S, the Hurricane, and the Aventador J, like they are three fantastic cars, and they've been used in so many different events throughout the game. So like, yeah, I feel genuinely bad for like myself and anyone else who got those SLR things, because unless they put that in an event where like one lap with the SLR gets you 7,000 tokens, that thing's never gonna pay off the debt that it caused. All right, guys, but I hope some of you enjoyed the races and stuff. It was really good crack having a chat. And yeah, getting into races with you and against you and stuff. So hopefully you get some decent rewards tomorrow. And yeah, I missed out on doing this last week, but I'll probably try my hand at another, like at the end of the multiplayer season. I usually do a run, and if you haven't seen him as well, there's a guy, he's called HS Mark. He tends to do a multiplayer run earlier on in the week as well. So like, if you give him a search on YouTube, he's fairly sound. He's was in our club before for a bit, but yeah, I think he kind of does things around the same time as me, but he tends to do run earlier in the season, and I usually do the in ones. But yeah, many GGs, guys, and yeah, I hope you have a good evening. And yeah, I'll see you, like I said, probably sometime around the end of the next season, and hopefully you get some decent rewards tomorrow. And hopefully the Aperta day isn't something that's completely like game lofty. All right, lads, have a good night, and thanks very much for joining us as well and keeping company. And I hope you had some good crack. So now, good night.